ready as I'm gonna be. Yeah. Hey guys, welcome to Beauty in the Business with your host Jay Stover. Today we have an amazing show today. We're taking you beyond the styling chair. In the beauty industry, it's definitely different career paths you can take. Today we're going to be talking with a freelance cosmetologist. She's going to be giving us all the pros and cons about her freelancing role. And later on in the show, we are going to be taking a peek into nail care, where we're going to be talking to both a licensed nail tech and a current student who's going to share their passion for nail care. I'm going to introduce our first guest, Miss Shanti. How are you?
Hi, I'm Shauna Renee.
All right. Tell us what drives your passion for the beauty industry.
Just female empowered. I feel that this is an industry that we don't get the buck, but we are the client, and I'm after the buck and to just run my own show. So that's what empowered me. And not only that, just influencing female around me, my mother, my daughter, just women that I interact with every day.
Okay, good. That's excellent. So for those who don't know, describe the role of a freelance cosmetologist in the beauty industry.
Sure. For me, a freelance cosmetologist is someone who their office is wherever they set their kit up. I do a little bit of everything. I do campaigns, I do corporate makeup and styling. I also do photo shoots. I do a little bit of media, and I have a nice small clientele that I service every week. Okay. I also do a lot of bridal hair and makeup.
For your clients that you service every week, is it a set location or you're mobile?
I'm mobile. Generally, most of my clients are business professionals. They're movers and shakers themselves, so they need someone who can be there and kind of go in. I say I'm a sniper, a beauty sniper. I go in, I execute a plan, and I get up out of there. I make the money, and I'm good. So a lot of my clients, they don't have the time because they're traveling themselves, and they're also making moves. So my client is the everyday woman that's a lot like me.
How long have you been in business?
Officially since 2011, but I was that girl picking up everything way before I got my license.
What was the moment that you realized, like, wow, this is really what I want to do?
My moment had to be after a personal transition, a bad breakup. During school, a career change, because I did 10 years plus in healthcare, and literally I was like, I'm gonna do this. My back was against the wall and it had to work. At the time, I was just a freelance makeup artist, and I literally started assisting everyone from my instructors to other event planners on the side, executing looks, and I was like, I can do this. And what really got me was when I connected with my account executive and told her I left the medical field totally, and she said, how many hours can you do? And I was traveling doing makeup, selling makeup through Bare Minerals, through the whole DMV, and I said, give me all the hours, and I meant that. And I paid for my Christmas in cash, and so I was like, yeah, I'm doing this. And I actually took off 2 months when everybody else was paying their credit cards and everything. I was sitting and relaxing with my daughter drinking cocoa.
So you definitely benefited from stepping out on faith.
Oh,
and just leaving that career behind.
Absolutely. I feel like I was like a mixtape chick of beauty field. Like, I didn't know what I was doing. It was like, I gotta make it happen. And I took a little bit from everybody. I had some awesome mentors who gave me insight on their experience, and I took it and I made it my own. I customed it for myself. So yeah, it was just like, no, my thing when they said, what would be the thing if you decide to walk away as a cosmetologist student that would stop you? And I said, failure is not an option. And that was it for me. I never looked back.
Excellent. Excellent. So why did you choose to branch off as a freelance cosmetologist instead of working into like a traditional salon?
My business plan, I went into the beauty field very non-traditional. I actually just decided to do something with my art form. I had a significant other who was an artpreneur himself. Okay. And he said, you buying all this makeup, you need to make some money with it. Like, you need to use your art skills. And at the time, I said my Fisher-Price portfolio was a mess. And I just decided, okay, I'm going to go in and we're going to open up an art center after I graduate. We're going to do all forms of art. We're going to have a photo studio. We're going to teach minority kids that there's another way of making income. And when we broke up, I was like, okay, revamp this. How are we going to make this work for you and your daughter? And so I revamped it, and I talked to an instructor. I went to New York and I met other freelancers, and I was like, I'm going to just set up wherever I want to set up, because it was the excitement of being in different places and meeting other people that I was like, yeah, this is for me. And I just never stopped.
So you started off with makeup. Did you actually go in the salon and work your hair?
So I started off as makeup. I was actually assisting in delivering babies. I'm an obstetric technician. And one day, one of my clients walked into Bare Minerals, and they asked her open-ended questions, and she says, well, when you get your makeup done, who does it? So my client, who was studying for her doctorate at the time, was like, oh, she does. And she pulls up my Facebook.
Wow.
And she shows like these pictures that like I had like a photographer friend who saw my makeup and was like, hey, you mind doing a little bit of makeup? And I was like, sure. And I posted, and it was nothing big to like write home about. And from then on, from then on, it just became a thing for me. Like, I went to my interview, I took my cousin, I did her makeup, I was given a scenario, I talked to my cousin like she was a client, and then my account executive said, I really think you're onto something. Maybe you'll go to school, get your cosmetology license, and expand on this. And I went to my first trend show in Nordstrom's, and I fell in love. It was like New York Fashion Week. It was like loud music, girls and guys in all black, fashion, and lots of just the ambiance, and I was like, yeah, I'm where I'm supposed to be.
So what are some other companies you work for? You said Nordstrom's, and I heard you say Bare Minerals.
I have a contract with Estee Lauder. I've worked for, under the umbrella of Estee Lauder, I've been a business manager for Bobbi Brown Cosmetics. I now freelance for Clinique.
Okay.
I've also worked with Coty, Coty Inc. Coty is a big umbrella for brands like Calvin Klein, Marc Jacobs, also Gucci, and Philosophy. I also work for First Aid Beauty and myself.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a great resume.
Yeah.
Which company was the best? Out of all, which one did you like the best?
I can't say I have a best company. I think I learned a little bit of everything from every company I've come across or every situation, but my favorite experience would have to be Bobbi Brown Cosmetics. Because she was a female beauty professional pioneer herself. She was a mom. She had a philosophy, and she made her foundation made me very business savvy. I took a lot from working as a business manager with her, and it helped me enhance my business or take my business to the next level.
Okay, awesome. Was there any pressure working under the different companies?
Only self-inflicted pressure. A lot of the companies that I work with, they look at, Estee Lauder has this philosophy that they hire built on the strengths of the individual. And so if they find that you are very organized, you are client relatable, you are very like high stream, they look at successful people in that position that you apply, and they will match you with those individuals, and they'll say, well, this person was very successful for our brand, she has those same attributes, let's bring her on. So they speak to the strength of their employees. So it's a lot of pressure, I think, for me, because I'm one of those A type. I want everything perfect, even though life isn't perfect. So I'm like self-driven.
Okay. So how did you actually connect with those different companies? Did you apply online, just for anybody who's looking to be a freelance cosmetologist and wants to try out the different companies? How did you connect with those? Was it word of mouth? Somebody referred you?
So the first thing I did was I did a lot of research while I was in the medical field. I then kind of mapped out. I had what I call a beauty Bible. Until this day, I still have it. It has everything from resources to agencies to brands to goals, just to show me where I've been and where I want to go. It's divided down to cosmetic brands. When I was building my kit, I taught other girls even in school how to build their kits, and I charged them. I sold makeup to the school because I built my own kit. So I did all the do's and don'ts, and a lot of times what I found in my school, they didn't know how to get products that were affordable for pigmented skin. So yeah, that's what I did. I basically kind of researched, and then I went to build a website. I had a girlfriend who kept telling me, who had her business named Sasheen Maple. She was an entrepreneur. She said, you need to build a website, and she built me a mock website. It was nice, but I was like, I think I need to do better. Then my good old pledge sister, Nikita.
Hey, Nikita.
Yes, Nikita, my sis. I always say I have her. She has my front, I have her back. She built my website after I saved her from a hair emergency, and I sent my resume in. Like, I kind of went fishing, as I call it. Sent my resume into Lauder Brands, and they called me back and they offered me a position. I was actually about to take a position with Franklin Square, contractual, and they offered me $20K more. So let's just say I didn't finish orientation.
Excellent. Excellent, excellent. So when you're working on set, do the companies allow you to be creative, or you all go by a certain outline? Or
I think it depends on the setting. A lot of the individuals I contract to, I have a rapport with them. Some of them I work with as a student, and we kind of know each other now, so I don't get the map that I used to get. When you're working on set, it's different kind of hair. It's not like how we would style someone's hair. It has to work with the look. So like you're gonna get voluminous curls, or you're gonna get makeup, but it'll be daytime makeup. You know, you're not gonna get like Love and Hip Hop type of makeup. You're not gonna get the glam slap beat up type of makeup. You get curls, but they're not curls like sitting up to here. They're like nice whimsical curls and everything. So it depends on the look that we're going for. Same thing with bridal. You're not going to do certain styles with bridal because it's bridal. It has to complement the looks of the dress. So they'll send me like certain things as inspiration. I'll draw up what I call a storyboard, just how they do movies, and I'll go from there.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. So describe the atmosphere when you're on set or behind stage. I know, like, when I work behind stage, it's really busy. Everybody going everywhere, they're yelling. Some people got attitude, some people are happy. People want to eat, drink while you're doing their hair. Describe a day with you.
if I'm on set, like a news station, it's not like that. We come in early in the morning.
Okay.
Sometimes 5:30, 6 o'clock. Everyone's actually pretty chipper.
Okay.
And if they don't, I'm like a natural cheerleader. So I'm like, good morning, good morning. Hi, how are you? Like, I fire people up. I can't help it. And after working 10 plus years in nursing, you don't have a choice but to be cheery. So I go in, we speak, and we kind of set up. We don't have a lot of attitude because I think everybody's on their P's and Q's to do their job. So, like, your time is your money, and your brand is your money. It's your baby. So, like, who plays with their baby? Nobody.
Yeah.
So, when I'm on set, even if someone has an attitude, I don't give it power.
Okay, good.
I don't give it power because at this point, I mean, it does me a disservice to give power to that when I could be working on something else. I got too much to do for me to be worried about someone's attitude.
Exactly. So what are some of the longest jobs you had? How long were you on set?
I think the longest I have been on set will probably be around Preakness season with fashion curator Lana Ray. She went to the Super Bowl this year with Preakness. We did like 9 segments in 1 week. And we were in DC, and we were at Fox 45, then we would be WBAL, then we would be on like Pimlico Racetrack. She was like a little bit everywhere. So that was probably, it was excruciating with all the rain and everything, and to have to be like, hi, like, you know, early in the morning. But it was awesome. But as far as like working for someone, period, I've been with Estee Lauder now since 2015. After being a business manager for a year, I just kind of shifted position to freelance to kind of call the shots. So yeah.
Great. I am impressed. I'm impressed. I'm sitting here like, well, we can talk all day.
Yeah, come
we
on,
can
girl.
talk all day.
I mentored a couple people. I told them a couple things.
Sign me
I
up.
got a cheat sheet.
Sign me up. Okay. So when you're always on the go, what kind of marketing tools do you use to promote yourself since you are always on the go?
Social media, like everyone else. I'm still learning to use social media. It's not my thing. I have a whole bunch of content that does not always reach social media. I also do word of mouth, and I have a lot of people that I connect with that are movers and shakers like myself. Like I work with photographers that, like Milton Lawrence, who are international, and he does a little bit of everything. So when you have thinkers and people who run like you kind of stay just as busy.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of the makeup artists that I work with, I just strictly do hair for them. So like if they're doing a photo shoot and they want to pull off a certain look, I come in, I do the hair. We might discuss digitally like how we want to do things, but mainly it's just the power of connection. I always tell individuals, like, your network is your net worth.
I agree.
So if you are connected to powerful thinkers and movers and shakers, you definitely are going to make those moves with them, and they will back you. They never question you because they're just as neurotic as you are.
Yeah. I totally agree. So how did you determine your price scale, or do companies offer a certain amount when you're a freelance cosmetologist?
You'll have, if it's a brand, they will look at your resume like anyone else, or your website, and they'll make an offer. If it's suitable, you take it. If not, you counter offer.
Negotiation.
Yeah, so when I first started freelancing in just the makeup portion, I made like $21 an hour.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I can't go below that amount. So now that I'm a lot more experienced, I've done bigger projects. I counteract that. And some people will tell you, like, I don't know if I can afford you.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's not my client. But if it's something in it for me, even if it's at a reasonable rate, I will work with them and I'll negotiate. Like when I was pregnant with my son, I had a company. As soon as I got in my car, that's when my time started. When I flew to Chicago, as soon as I got in the airport, that's when my time started. Like now we have so many things. They have like digital clocking when you can actually digitally clock into your into the company, and they'll go to their log system, and so no matter where you are in the country, they can track that.
That's good.
Like companies like Dyson, they have their own little, I'm in BWI, and they will take you from then on. That's when I started getting paid. So even when I was sleeping on that plane, I was getting paid. Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Freelance is the way to go right now. All right. So who would you like to work with in the future, and who have you worked with? Any celebrities or big
No,
names?
I'm not the girl that's after the celebrity.
Why?
Because I had a mentor who she actually worked with celebrities, and it's kind of like you're like their entourage. You have to be on when they're on. So if they had like a hour layover, you're stuck with them and everything. I kind of got in this business to control how my time went. I'm a mom of 2 kids. I don't have time to be like traveling behind a celebrity.
Yeah.
I mean, if I crossed that bridge and it became something that was profitable to me, then yes. And if I was in a different stage of life. But part of the reason why I got into this business was to be my own boss, but to be there for my kids. So I'm at the PTAs, I'm at the trips, I'm there for all the first steps and all those good things. And that was the powerful thing for me. So like has never been my thing to be like with a celebrity. Okay. For me, one of my goals is to have something to pass on to my kids, to have to jumpstart if they wanted to start a business. Okay. To create wealth beyond just myself. So I think that's one of my goals. As far as like a beauty field, I just want to expand. I want a bridal team. I'm working on that. I want a bigger passive income. Those type of things, which I don't think they're like beauty related, more so entrepreneur related. Okay. Yeah.
So any career path?
I like what I'm doing. Okay. I like it. I get my hands dirty. Like I said, I'm in like a sniper when I get out. I've worked with everything from a politician to a nonprofit. I've even recently did a women's summit, an entrepreneur summit with one of my girlfriends, and I wound up on Cosmopolitan's Insta story because I did their editor. So I don't know if it's the luck of the cards or because my sweat equity is finally paying off. Like I said, I was a mixtape chick. Like it was a lot of stuff. Like people like, oh, you in the news? Why you don't talk about it? Do you know everything that it took to get there? You know, everybody always sees the beauty part. They don't see the actual business and the work ethic that goes into it. Yeah, like I was like pregnant, getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, going to work. Like everyone, like most girls, when they want to go to sleep, I'm working. So yeah.
So you definitely march to your own beat.
Yeah.
So we can't expect you doing any celebrities or anybody. I brought this up because recently Nicki Minaj was looking for
a makeup artist. I saw it, and a hairstylist, and I saw it. Yeah.
Sent Instagram into a whole marketing network. Everybody was asking everybody to tag them under her video.
Well, it has been successful for some YouTubers and everything. They got put on to celebrities. I'm just not with the hype. I like comforts, and I feel like when I never get treated like, even when I'm giving service, like I'm the help.
Okay,
I should say that. Like when I go to a upscale or up echelon hotel, like I get my car valeted, I get like tea and coffee offered to me and croissants just to start my day. I like that, you know, and then I take care of my car. Yeah, I like that, you know, a little something with me. So that's I like that. And I feel like like I said, when you're servicing, another thing that they don't tell you when you're working with like that big celebrity, although it might give you instant fame, there's a lot of logistics that you have to go through, like their team to get paid. You don't instantly get paid, and you can be traveling with them for months. That's what they don't tell you. And so I'm not with that. I'm on my coins now. Like right now, because likes don't pay bills. BG&E don't care about your likes.
Sure don't.
I work
how many followers you have.
I work with like video girls and all that, and that's cute.
Yeah,
it's cute. And that's I'll leave it at. I mean, some of them, they have a lot of other things going, you know, like they have degrees and everything. But some of them, like, I'm not worried about looking a certain way in a tight dress with a cinch waist and all that. Nah, that's not me. I want to pay these bills, get these kids through school, and then like sip something on the beach. Wear a fur or two.
So we can definitely say you are very, very, very successful.
I'm getting there.
You are very, very, very successful. So what kind of advice can you give myself, and anyone who's thinking about becoming a freelancer?
Do your research, take business classes, go behind the chair. There's so many resources out there. Get a mentor, get someone who's at least semi-walked in your shoes. It's a lot of people claiming to train people to be successful, and they're still struggling themselves. So like, look behind the smoke and the mirrors, as I call it. I was really, really blessed that I had, even in school, I had the director give me a Crystal Wright Live book, which Crystal Wright works with nothing but freelancers, and she has a program that trains freelancers, like individuals like Rennie Vasquez. She helped him, and like I said, you definitely want to come up with a business plan. I'm not going to say I did things backwards, but as I got more developed, I looked into the business of things more to evolve my brand.
Okay, awesome. So how could we reach you if businesses or different organizations would like to obtain your services?
You can reach me at www.shemisbehave, SHEM as in mom, S as in Sam, B as in boy, HAV as in Victor, E.com. And for my bridal services, I'm giving it like 3 weeks because my line sister has to get her kids off to school. But I'm going to take her out to lunch, and Shauna Renee Bridal will be launching.
Excellent.
Yeah, so that's the 2 places you can reach me, and always reach out to me, email misbehave11@yahoo.com, nothing fancy. And yeah, I definitely call back. I'm also, you can Google me and all that good stuff. I'm listed in Yelp, all those good places.
For good customer service.
Yes, I have 5 stars.
All right, we're gonna go to a break, and when we come back, we're gonna peek in to nail care. So glad you came.
Thank you.
I learned so much from you today.
Awesome. So my hair wasn't for no reason.
Yes.
You don't understand. When I was in car school,